SCAA playoff game against the Independence Eagles. Stewart's Creek 9-1 this season. The Eagles 3-7. The RedHawks champions in Region 5-6A. Independence finished as the 4 seed in Region 6-6A. We have got a first-round TSSAA showdown tonight, and Stewart's Creek hopes to make more history. Good evening, folks. Chris Bozen here on aerosports.mixler.com, as well as, for the first time, our simulcast with SCTV. That's Stewart's Creek TV on their YouTube channel. Wherever you're tuning in, listening for this one, we're glad to have you. It should be a good game tonight on a cool early November Friday night in Middle Tennessee. We've got a lot to cover for you here in our countdown to kickoff. Interviews with head coach Scott Stidham of the Independence Eagles, as well as with Coach Ben Caudill of the Stewart's Creek RedHawks. Stay with us. You're going to hear both of those interviews. We've got student interviews coming up at halftime, brought to you by Angela Torrance, and of course, this big first-round showdown. I'm going to send you over to those interviews. We're going to start with Coach Scott Stidham first, and then you'll hear from Coach Caudill, and then we'll be back here for kickoff from Stewart's Creek, the RedHawks and the Eagles. First round, Class 6A TSSAA playoffs coming up next.
John Peppers, attorney at law, is a proud sponsor of the Aero Sports High School Football Game of the Week. Johnny, I know you provide a variety of legal services, from small business law to wills and trusts from your Franklin office, but what types of adoption law does your practice focus on?
So not only do I work as a guardian ad litem in the courts, I also represent folks who want to pursue adoption for their families. So whether or not you're a foster parent and you are interested in adopting the child, the state would pay for that if the child is available for adoption. So you can always call me and I can bill the state. Or if you're a step parent and you want to adopt, if you're an adult and you want to be adopted, there is adult adoption. So there's all kinds of ways that I can help folks in the adoption constellation.
If someone is considering adoption, how can they get in touch with you?
People can find me online at johnpepperslaw.com. You can email me, john@johnpepperslaw.com, or you can call the office, 615-684-0905.
That's Johnny Peppers, attorney at law, proud supporter of the Aero Sports Game of the Week. Chris Bozen here on our Aero Sports countdown to kickoff, and we have got Coach Ben Caudill of the Stewart's Creek RedHawks. Coach, first off, congratulations. First ever region championship in Stewart's Creek history, and you earned that big, important playoff home game. When you started practice back in the spring, looking ahead to the 2024 season, did you have a feeling that this was a team that could do some historic things for Stewart's Creek?
Well, thank you for being at our game on tomorrow night. I really appreciate all you guys do, first and foremost, for high school football. And, I think when we started spring, I knew that this was going to be a really fun group to coach. They're a really, really tight-knit group, and a little bit unusually close for compared to some other teams we've had in the past, especially amongst seniors. And so I knew it was going to be a team that was unselfish and fun to be around. I think we were just focusing on getting better each and every day. And I think that's a big reason why we've had success, is we've been able to stay where our feet are, stay focused on the task at hand, the opponent of the week. And certainly that's the case for us this Friday as well.
I want to talk a little bit about that bond, because how do you, as the leader of a team, create the environment that can evolve? Because I'm guessing there's not really anything you can do as a coach to coach that bond. You kind of have to, set the tone and make it possible. But how do you go about it? How do you help them have that environment that they can create those bonds?
Well, I think it starts with having a great staff room, great leadership in that room. We've got a lot of great just people, put aside the fact that they coach football. They're people that I would want to be around and that I would want to be surrounded with in whatever I was doing in life. And I think it starts with, the model that they set each and every day. And then within our locker room, we just have really, really special kids. We've got kind of some throwback kids that really enjoy practice. This group, this team enjoys practice more than any team that I've been around. I think there's just an unselfish nature to them, not just as players, but, just as humans. And it's been a lot of fun to be around.
And look, my trip out to Stewart's Creek for football, it was my first visit there, the Mayor's Cup game where you defeat Smyrna for the first time. But the environment that the community brings, look, I was impressed by top to bottom, everything at Stewart's Creek, the way that the student section was engaged, the way that the cheerleaders, the band. After the game, watching your guys come over and conduct the band was an incredibly special moment. Is that something you've seen evolve over your time as head coach there at Stewart's Creek?
That's been a tradition since the school started. I think having a player, go and lead the band, after the game. And that's something we do after every game. And it's a very special moment that kind of brings together, everybody. And our band is, we've got over 160, I believe, band members. They roll in 4 buses, to away games, and they're very imposing. We're excited to, be at home. It's our first home playoff game as well. And so they're a huge part of that. Our whole community, our mantra as a school ever since Dr. Harrell opened the school is one team. We've got so many great parts of our school that contribute to the Friday night environment, which you referenced. We've got cheer, dance, obviously our band, our swim team cleans the stadium up after the games. Our ROTC handles parking, which includes preferred parking for guests and pass list members. So all those things, I think, combine to make Stewart's Creek a really special place under the lights on Fridays.
How important will it be? We're talking a little bit about this environment there. This is going to be the first time to have a playoff home game for the RedHawks. How have you talked with the kids about what that's going to be like and hoping that the community comes out and gives you that big home field edge?
Yeah, well, I think obviously, just making the playoffs is something that's a big deal. When I arrived at Stewart's Creek had made the 5A playoffs, and we've made the 6A playoffs every year that I've been here. And that's something that I'm most proud of is, the chance to extend your season, the chance to be around each other one more week. We've had some tough ones on the road, in the first round, and obviously being able to do it at home this year is really meaningful to me. It says a lot about what this team has been able to accomplish, but, that's something we kind of put to rest. This week, we're 0-0 in this new season, and so is Independence and everybody else that's playing in the playoffs. And hopefully we can, hone in on that mindset this week and put it together on Friday home.
I talked with Coach Stidham down at Independence earlier, and he was naming off the numbers, the guys that you've got, the athletes, and he named a bunch of them off. And one guy he didn't name that I brought up to him after the fact was Keelan Harris, who had a huge game in that victory over Smyrna. I think he recorded 4 or 5 sacks. He has a touchdown late in the game. How meaningful is he to your defense and what you do there, and then the ability to bring him over on offense once in a while?
Yeah, Keelan's a really special player, and certainly against Smyrna, I think he had one of the best defensive performances I think that you can possibly have at his inside linebacker position. And he's also an emotional leader for us and just kind of makes all the calls and checks along with Marcel Gordon at inside linebacker. Keelan's a heavy contributor on kickoff and punt, and as you referenced, on offense as well. And he's been a big reason why we've been able to have some success this season.
When you prepare for Independence, this is a team that, if you just look at their record, you might say, they're 3-7, they're the 4 seed, but they're the 4 seed coming out of a really strong region. And when you look at their schedule, I went over this with Coach a little bit. The first 6 games of the season they played, when they went 0-6, those teams have a combined record of 49-11. They played Oakland, they played Page, they played Beach, Franklin, Centennial, Ravenwood. 4 of those teams won their region this season. So how do you, again, you're dealing with teenagers and things like that, to say, hey, don't look at the record. This team has seen very good competition this year.
Oh, no question. I think obviously the Williamson County gauntlet is enough in and of itself. But, when you throw in Oakland, Page, Beach, I can assure you, they have our full attention. We scrimmage Independence every spring and have kind of gotten familiar with their staff and kind of what they want to do. And I can assure you that's been our message this week is the records don't matter when you make it to the playoffs. Independence is full of a bunch of hardworking kids that has a strong tradition in the playoffs dating back really ever since the school opened. And, they take on Coach Stidham's personality, and we're certainly going to have to put a great product on the field tomorrow night to have any semblance of success.
One thing that always stands out to me about an Independence team is the way that their defense flies to the football. They are very active. They are very aggressive defensively. That and their special teams also traditionally are very strong. They have excellent punters who can flip the field. What jumps out to you defensively and from special teams when you watch Independence on tape or from those spring scrimmages?
Yeah, I think they're really, really strong at the linebacker spot. That they've got two senior inside backers, and they've got number 7. I'm blanking on his first name. The Katina outside linebacker, big and strong kid, and they've got a defensive back who's going to MTSU. So, I think they've got a really impressive player at each level of their defense. And obviously they're well coached. Their defense coordinator, I believe, is a former defensive coordinator at Georgia Military College. And so, they've played a very tough schedule. They've certainly seen some really good offenses this year. And we're going to have a really strong level of execution tomorrow night, with what we're going to see.
And Coach, I don't blame you on blanking on a Katina's name. There are so many of them. Number 7 is Blaze Katina, but they've had a whole run of Katinas there at Independence. Last thing I want to ask you before I let you go, as we talk with Coach Caudill here of the Stewart's Creek RedHawks in our countdown to kickoff, is the status of your team's health as you go into this postseason. I know everybody's banged up and nicked up by this point, but do you have any key players that are going to miss any time or that you're concerned about going into the postseason?
Yeah, I think, at this point in time, nobody, even if they're playing, is at 100%. We've had several guys that have, really been mainstays in the, in the training room, really the majority of the season. And so, I'm proud of the toughness of several of our guys, gutting things out. At this point in time, nobody's got a full roster, and that's why you got to develop depth. That's why you got to give, all your guys looks in practice and develop your second group, and in some cases your third group. And, I'm proud of the guys that have been ready when their name is called. At this point in time of the season, nobody's going to have the roster that they showed up with week 1. Once again, I'm excited about, the opportunity to extend our season and to host such a quality, well-coached opponent in Independence. And I think it's going to be a great atmosphere for high school football.
I think so too, Coach. Look, I'm excited. Not only are we going to have the broadcast on Aero Sports, but for the first time, we're going to be simulcasting over on SCTV with the pregame and doing the call over there, courtesy of the film and TV department there at Stewart's Creek and the administration. I'm very thankful to be able to have that opportunity, and I look forward to Stewart's Creek and this historic season. I think there's more history to be made for the RedHawks this year.
Well, I appreciate you as always, and the support that y'all give towards high school football. It means a lot, and appreciate it being the second time y'all have come out. Once again, hopefully it's a great environment. I think it will be on both sides. And we appreciate y'all being with us.
Absolutely. Coach Ben Caudill, the Stewart's Creek RedHawks, good luck in this ball game, Coach, and the rest of this season, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you very much, as always.
Absolutely. Back with more here on the Aero Sports Countdown to Kickoff right after this.
The Aero Sports High School Football Game of the Week is on the air, presented by John Peppers, Attorney at Law.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise for the presentation of our colors and the performance of our national anthem. Tonight's colors are being presented by the Stewart's Creek High School JROTC Army Color Guard. The lead rifle is carried by Cadet First Lieutenant Christopher Tigert. The United States flag is carried by Cadet Captain Owen Myers. The Tennessee flag is carried by Cadet Second Lieutenant Braden Mangrum. The battalion flag is carried by Cadet Private First Class Susan Turner. The rear rifle is carried by Cadet Private Timothy Tadros. The Army JROTC program is under the direction of Lieutenant Colonel David Edson and First Sergeant Jeffrey Sobosinski. And now, ladies and gentlemen, leading us with our national anthem is the award-winning Stewart's Creek High School Band under the direction of Michael Chester, our national anthem.
Chris Bozen here on SCTV for this big playoff showdown between the Stewart's Creek RedHawks and the Independence Eagles. I am joined by Brittany Anderson, one of the principals here at Stewart's Creek.
Yes, sir.
Miss Anderson, this is the first ever playoff game at Stewart's Creek High School. A lot of excitement at school today?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, everybody was talking about it. Kids are coming out. They're buying their tickets all through lunch. It's great.
And the tailgates are going on already. I was here earlier. The band was warming up on the field. What an incredible band the RedHawks have.
Oh, absolutely. One of the best high school bands I've heard in years.
And,
yeah.
and this setup with the YouTube channel on SCTV, I know Chris has been doing a lot of stuff with the students. They create a lot of content. I'm really excited to have this be the first time we're doing a simulcast with play-by-play to go with the broadcast.
Yes. Was that a question?
No, I'm just saying.
Okay.
See, he wanted me to make you laugh. The fact being that there's a lot of opportunity for students here to gain some skills, to gain things for the future.
Mm-hmm.
And I imagine that you're excited to see the end result of how this turns out tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Please bless we win. Go RedHawks. And the amount of hands-on work we get for all of this SCTV stuff is phenomenal, and that is something Mr. Bissinger and Mr. Beard have worked really hard to do.
And it's important to give those students a leg up when they get out into the career world or on to college, whatever they might want to pursue. That's what I'm excited most about is to watch them just as much as the athletes on the field trying to build their future. The guys behind the scenes running the cameras, all of that, they're doing the same thing.
Absolutely, yes.
Well, I appreciate you joining me for a few minutes here, and go RedHawks. We're hopeful that Stewart's Creek gets their first ever postseason victory here in the TSSW playoffs against Independence here tonight. Back with more right after this.
Somebody stand on your feet and show it for your Region 5 Class 6A champions, the Stewart's Creek RedHawks. It's football time at the Creek. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. The Clark crew is running. Get your running shoes on. It's going to go down tonight. Independence and Stewart's Creek.
Tonight. Independence captains Eli Bauman, Drew Stansel, Cole Romine, and Russell Gargis. And for the RedHawks of Stewart's Creek, they had Caleb Floyd along with Jamarcus Brown, Jonathan Waller, and Aiden Wise tonight. Stewart's Creek won the toss. They have deferred to the second half, so the RedHawks will kick it away. Brendan Wharf will tee it up at the 40-yard line.
Kicking off for Stewart's Creek is number 83, Lyndon Wharf.
Are you ready, RedHawks fans? For the first time on your home field, we're underway in the TSSAA playoffs. Kick is short. It will be returnable by an up man from the 15-yard line. Has it at the 25, breaks a tackle across the 30, near the 35-yard line. That's coming out of there with football.
On the return, number 23, Jordan Gray. Tackle made by number 6, Daniel Johnson. Going to be first and 10. First and 10 for Independence.
Independence near the 35-yard line here. Underway. Eagles tonight wear their white uniforms, white jerseys, white pants, gold helmets. And they start first and 10 from the 34-yard line. Handoff. They are primarily a running team, and they will very rarely throw the football, and on first down, no gain. Ball's on the right hash as they go left
on
to
the
right.
Tackle, number 69, going to be Julian Albright.
Julian Albright in on the stop, and that'll make it second down and 10 from the Independence 34-yard line.
Corner on the carry.
Quarterback works out of the pistol formation. Gives the handoff to the tailback. That's Horner handing it off to Austin Oakes. Austin Oakes up the middle, and he's driven backwards by this Red Hawk defense that will fly to the football. These are two very good defensive squads that will pursue the ball carrier. Both teams like to run it before they throw it.
On the carry, number 5, Austin Oakes.
Oakes.
Tackle also made by number 5,
37.
Marcel Gordon.
Marcel Gordon in on the stop.
It's going to be
Oakes picks up
down.
3.
Third down.
Third and 7.
Somebody make some
From the
noise.
37-yard line. Big third down here in the early going for the sophomore quarterback. Matthew Horner takes the snap, wants to throw. The 6'6" signal caller has a receiver past the sticks, and they are going to give him the catch up near the 45-yard line.
Reception by the Eagles picks up the first down.
Looks like Q Stansel.
First and 10
as
for
Horner
Independence.
looked downfield and found Stansel. Gets it to the 46-yard line. And that'll be a first down for Independence. Keep the drive alive. First and 10, Eagles at the Indy 46-yard line. Gain of 9 on third and 7 for a fresh set of downs. Ball on that far hash now. Horner, 6'6" sophomore, brings motion left to right. He's going to keep it himself. Now run the option toss. Has the man at the 45 trying to break a tackle. Unable to is Calvin Wall. And Wall will be pursued by that Red Hawk defense.
Carry, number 1, Calvin Wall.
And he'll be stopped at the 48-yard line.
Tackle made by number 22, Kingston McQueen.
It'll be second and 8. That's at the 48-yard line. Stewart's Creek in that, what I call the Ole Miss look with the jersey. They've got red jerseys with the white striping up on top of the shoulder pads. White pants tonight with the red stripes on the outside of the pant leg. They've got those dark helmets with the interlocking SC. Artificial surface here at the Creek, as Independence prepares for the second and 8 from their 48-yard line. Ball to the right hash, single receiver left, takes the snap, does Horner, hands it off to the tailback. Gets near the 50 before he's dropped there, shy of midfield. Gain of just a yard on the play.
On the carry,
as
Wall again.
That was once again.
Tackle made by number 55, Bryson Hayes.
They say Calvin Wall on the carry. And so just a yard will break up third and long, third and 7 at the 49-yard line.
For Independence.
as they've got to get it to the Stewart's Creek 44. So 7 yards to go here. Corner from the pistol. Motion right to left. Receiver wide left. Wants to throw. Looks over there. Pumps. Now he draws it back. Now he's going to throw down the right sideline. It's tipped away at the last second. And getting down there to knock it away was Mohammed Ezeldine. And it was intended for Eli Bauman, the senior, but Ezeldine got his left hand up into the passing lane and knocked it away. It would have been a big gainer. Instead, it falls incomplete. And it'll be 4th and 7 for Indy. And it looks like Coach Stidham will elect to punt here. That's Andrew Bingham, the punter, 6 foot, 190-pound senior. Man back deep for Stewart's Creek at his 10-yard line. Bingham just does get it away under some heavy pressure. It will bounce at the 20-yard line and basically check up right there and be down by Independence. So this RedHawks will start their first offensive drive of this 2024 TSSAA postseason inside their 20-yard line. They're going to spot it, I think.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for Stewart's Creek. 1st and 10 for the
official to
RedHawks.
put it down. It may be the 18-yard line. Waiting for him to set it down. He is going to set it down at the 18. So Stewart's Creek will have it 1st and 10. Ball right between the hashes. And we have 8:51 to play here. In the first quarter, we're scoreless. And that will bring Jerry Taylor, the junior quarterback, out with the RedHawks. Takes the snap, handoff, running around that right end. That time is the ball carrier Jeremy Smith. Smith gets it across the 20, up near the 25, stopped at the 24-yard line.
Mason Rogers on the tackle.
Mason Rogers in on the stop for Independence. Smith picks up 6 on first down.
Second down and 5. 2nd and 5 for
10. It'll be 2nd and 4 from the Stewart's Creek 24-yard line. Ball to the far hash. RedHawks move right to left here. Opening quarter, first round Class 6A postseason game. Motion right to left now. 2 receivers on that left side. Handoff in the backfield. Getting it up near the first down marker. Might be just short. It will depend on where they spot Smith down.
On the carry, number 8, Jeremy Smith. Tackle made by number 2, Reed Maxson.
Got it up to
Picks
the
up the
28.
first down. Going to be 1st and 10
so a gain of
for Stewart's
4.
Creek.
And that will be a first down up to the 28-yard line. And it is a first down for the Creek. Their first here on their home field in postseason play. The first time they've ever played a postseason game at home, as they are winless in the postseason, trying to make more history here tonight. 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. On the right hash, split a receiver, single one left, single one right. Back on the left hip of the quarterback, they hand it off to him. He gets across the 30, and then a
on the carry, number
herd
1,
of
Caleb
Eagles.
Floyd.
As Floyd, the 5'10", 195-pound senior, is called on here. He picks up a couple of yards on first down, gets it to the 32-yard line, give him 4, bring up 2nd and 6 from there. Stewart's Creek, of course, won their first ever Mayor's Cup earlier this season, shutting out Smyrna 21-0.
Going to be 2nd down and 7
2nd
for
and 6
Stewart's
from the
Creek.
32-yard line. Motion right to left here for the RedHawks. Taking the snap, rolling left. Taylor just does get rid of it. Has a man across the 35, puts his hand down in the dirt, stumbles forward as Jeremy Smith hauls it in and gets another first down for Stewart's Creek. As Taylor just did get rid of it, away from that defensive pressure brought by the Eagles. So Smith, the 5'7", 145-pound senior, hauls it in, gets it all the way up to the 43-yard line. That's a gain of 11 on 2nd and 6. Makes it 1st and 10 from the Creek 43. On the near hash now, Jerry Taylor, 6'2", 170-pound junior quarterback, takes the snap, hands it to Smith, running right, slips through a couple of tackles, but he is pursued and will be dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That is that pursuit of the Independence defense that we talked about in our countdown to kickoff with the coaches. Indy has used that as a trademark throughout the years.
2nd down 11.
Smith loses a yard, will make it 2nd and 11 from the Stewart's Creek 42. Coach Stidham's defense has carried on that long tradition. Established Coach Scott Blade, took him to a state championship and a runner-up. That was a strong defense as well. Snap, Taylor going to tuck it and keep it himself. Gets to the 45-yard line. They may spot him short of that 45.
Taylor.
to the 44, it appears. Yeah, they are going to put it there at the 44. So Taylor
It's going to be third and long.
picks up 2.
Third and long.
That'll make it 3rd and 9
for Stewart's Creek.
from the Red Hawk 44-yard line. We're down to 5:50 to play here, first quarter. We are scoreless. Red Hawks' first possession of the night after forcing a punt on the Independence first drive of the ball game. 3 receivers left now, 1 to the right. Taylor going to swing it out to the back, out of the backfield. Has it, can't get past the 45-yard line as slung to the ground is Caleb Floyd. Big pressure there from the Eagle defense.
Tackle made by number 16.
As it was Cole Romine who was there in pursuit. One of the captains tonight
it's going to be 4th down.
is
4th down for Stewart's Creek.
And he was there in pursuit to make the stop. Romine, 6 foot, 170-pound senior. And that'll bring on the punter for Stewart's Creek tonight. That's Daniel Williams on to punt, man back deep inside the 20-yard line for Independence. Snap, punt is away, it is high. And it's going to bounce inside the 30, take a big Stewart's Creek Red Hawk roll inside the 25 and be down there.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to make this announcement. Tonight's game is being aired live by the Stewart's Creek
that will give it
TV Sports
to
Network.
Independence.
The game may be found on the
Independence
NFHS app.
I believe they're going to put it to the 25-yard line.
Tonight's game is also the first game in SCTV history to have live play by courtesy of Arrow Sports Media. Thank you so much.
From the 25-yard line, ball on the near hash now, scoreless. 4:48 to go, opening quarter. Independence splits single receiver left, single receiver right. Now a little motion from the right side. Snap, give to the tailback as Horner hands it off. Takes it up to about the 30-yard line on first down. Does the ball carrier, that's Oaks.
On the carry, number 5.
Oaks gets it to the 30. That's a nice gain of 5 on first and 10. It'll make it 2nd and 5 from there as Waller was in on the stop. Ball to the near hash. 4:20 and counting to go in a scoreless first quarter. Glad to have you here on SCTV on YouTube and on aerosports.mixler.com. Horner takes the shotgun pistol snap, hands it off to the back. We talked about these teams both being run-first squads, as that is Eli Garlington on the carry there, I believe. It's the sophomore back. Gets it to
number
the
20,
32-yard line.
Eli Garlington. Tackle made by
picks up 2.
Number 69, Julian Albright.
Julian Albright in on the stop.
It's going to be 3rd down. We're going to call it third down
and 3.
And
Another
5.
big 3rd down.
3rd down and 5.
3rd and 3 here from the 32. They got to get to the 35.
3rd and 4 for the Eagles.
Sits at the 32. Horner with the pistol, splits the receivers left and right. Goes with the pump fake. Now he's going to air it out down that left side, and he's going to overthrow his intended receiver, Hugh Stansel, who was in single coverage, but he overthrew it in a big way. It falls incomplete, and the RedHawks force a 3 and out. Coach Stidham will send his punt team on here, facing 4th and 3 from his 32-yard line. Stops the clock with 3:22 to go here in the first quarter. This is a Red Hawk team on the year. It's averaging 32.5 points per contest and allowing just 12 points per game. Independence scores just 13 points a contest and allows almost 22. Punt is away by the punter Bingham. It will bounce about the 32-yard line, take a big eagle roll inside the 25. It still rolls near the 21-yard line, and it will be touched down there and downed by Q Stansel.
It's going to be first and 10. First and 10
the Eagles,
for
and Stewart's Creek will get its second
special thank
offensive
you to
possession of the night. As that
They'll
punt
be sponsoring
goes all the way
our
to the
first
21-yard line.
Stewart's Creek, first downs for tonight's ball game. Thank you so much.
47-yard net on the punt by Bingham. Mentioned he is a good one. He can flip the field, and special teams could be key tonight. Stewart's Creek, with 3:10 to go here in a scoreless first quarter, has it 1st and 10 at their 21-yard line. Right between the hashes now as they go right to left. 2 receivers left. for the quarterback, Jerry Taylor. Takes the snap. Tried to go misdirection, confusion, but the Indy defense sniffed it out. They were all over it, right up the middle.
Floyd on the carry.
Floyd had nowhere to go. He loses yardage.
Tackle made by number 46, Henry Deming.
Henry Deming was in on the stop quickly.
TFL for
Take
the
it back
Eagles.
to the 18-yard line, loss of 3.
We're going to call
Handoff
it
to
second
Floyd.
down and 13. Loss of 3 yards
Back
from
to
the
the
play.
18 makes it 2nd and 13 from the Red Hawk 18-yard line. 2 minutes, 37 seconds to go here. First quarter of play in the first round of this TSSAA playoff game. Single receiver left, single receiver right. Taylor, snap, going to roll right, wants to throw. Looks downfield, nothing there. He's going to tuck it, and he will be sacked back at the 15-yard line on the scramble.
Taylor
Flushed from the pocket.
keeper.
Kellen Lucas gets to him, and Kellen Lucas goes and pulls him
Sack by
down.
number 11, Kellen Lucas.
Lucas has 10 tackles for loss coming into this ball game, 2 sacks
It'll
on
be
the year.
third down
He's a
and
5'11",
15, third and
170-pound senior
15 for
linebacker.
Stewart's Creek.
And that will make it a 3rd and very long as the ball is all the way back to the 16. So loss of 2. It'll be 3rd and 15 from there. From the 16-yard line, Taylor takes the shotgun snap, wants to throw under pressure. He's flushed from the pocket again, running left, still looking to throw inside the 10, and he'll be sacked once again, and it's the same man, Kellen Lucas, all over Jerry Taylor inside the 10-yard line on the scramble. Back-to-back sacks by Lucas, who wears number 11 for Independence. This time he gets him back at the 7-yard line. It's a loss of 9. 9-yard loss on the sack by Lucas. The ball is now at the 7, and it'll be 4th and 24 from there. Punter is in his own end zone. That is Daniel Williams. On that Red Hawks, gets it away. It's a low punt, fielded at the 30 on the run, and Independence is going to start in excellent field position inside the 25-yard line as Calvin Wall brings it back. We talked about special teams and the way that Andrew Bingham can flip the field. He got off a 47-yard net punt. This punt, however, by the time the ball is spotted, is not going to be near that as it's put down at the 23-yard line after the return. And so it is just a net of 16 yards. And so that's 31 yards made up just in the punt game there on that possession. And of course the back-to-back tackle for loss, the sack, recorded by Independence. So the Eagles have it 1st and 10. The Stewart's Creek 23-yard line, under a minute to go here, first quarter. Hit, stop is quarterback, Matthew Horner. 6'6", 200-pound sophomore.
Matthew Horner.
He keeps it. He's a multi-talented athlete, plays basketball. Was on that state championship team a year ago with head coach Mark Wilkins. He gets it to the 20. It's a 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 7 here for Independence. Back to the pistol formation from the 20, right between the hashes. They go left to right. Handoff to the back and coming out of the backfield this time. Gets it to the 15-yard line. That might have been Oaks once again. Wait for confirmation until they peel him up. And Independence is driving now. That was indeed Oaks once again.
On the carry was Calvin Wall. Wall on the carry.
That's going to be the final play of the first quarter. It's to the 15-yard line. So Oaks picks up 5. It'll be 3rd and 2 when we start the second quarter. That's the end of the first quarter. Your score, Stewart's Creek 0 and Independence 0. We have got our Fast 5 coming up here for you with Independence head coach Ben Caudill, and then we'll be back with the second quarter from Stewart's Creek. We're scoreless here in this TSSAA first round playoff game. Back with more after our Fast 5.
This is the Aero Sports Fast 5.
Here with Coach Ben Caudill of the Stewart's Creek RedHawks for our Fast 5. Vacation spot, beach, mountain, or city?
Definitely mountain. Favorite sports movie?
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up at the halftime, a special performance by the Stewart's Creek High School marching band, followed by the SC dancers, Stewart's Creek dancers.
I'm the lead musically inclined person. You will probably
ever meet, but I think my staff would be upset with me if I didn't say Skinner.
And best sports moment or event that you've experienced as a fan?
I would probably say watching my alma mater in December of 2023.
As always, ladies and gentlemen, we will have to welcome our runner town mayor, Mayor Mary Esther Reed. Thank you for being here tonight. Game in school history.
Hope you enjoyed that Fast
hosted by
Five
the
with
Creek.
Coach Ben Caudill. And recorded that earlier this season. And we'll have our Fast Five with Coach Scott Stidham coming up between the third and fourth quarter. Stay with us here on aerosports.mixer.com. Chris Bozen here with you as we get set to start the second quarter. We're scoreless. Flip the ends of the field, and Independence faces 3rd and 2 from the Stewart's Creek 15-yard line. Horner takes that pistol snap, handoff to Oaks, running straight ahead. He's going to drive his legs forward towards the first down marker. I think he's got it before he's driven back and on forward progress. Oaks indeed picks up the first down. Julian Albright drove it back, but not before he got to the 8-yard line.
For the Eagles.
Excuse me, the 13-yard line. So a gain of 2. On 3rd and 2, and it's a fresh set of downs for Independence, 1st and 10 from the Stewart's Creek 13-yard line. Independence threatening to draw first blood. Pistol formation for Horner. Back behind him. Now he brings motion left to right. Split the receivers. He's going to keep it himself. Horner tucks it around the left end, gets inside the 10-yard line before he's dropped over there by Keelan Harris, the 6', 195-pound senior.
Number 7, Keelan Harris.
Horner,
flag on the play.
Keeper, and we have our first penalty flag of the night in this scoreless ball game. It's going to be a hold against Independence, and that's going to bring it back.
Independence.
That could be costly.
Against the Eagles.
As Horner had a nice pickup inside the 10-yard line on 1st and 10 from the 13, but instead there's going to be a 10-yard penalty. And let's see where they march it back to. It's going to drive the Eagles back. This is an Independence squad that I mentioned averages just 13 points a game. They have had trouble offensively this year. The defense is always solid. And they will take Horner back to the 15-yard line. So they give him 8 to the 5. And then a hold. Minus 10
first
to the
down for Independence.
It'll be first and it looks like they're going to call it 1st and 12 from the 15-yard line. On the left hash, they go right to left here in the second quarter. Running in up the middle, gets across the 15 after he's hit his Max Bauman, the sophomore. He picks up short yardage. Gets it to the, call it the 14-yard line, so a gain of 1.
TFL for
second and
Grady
11
Harvey.
from there. Grady Harvey in on the stop. As Harvey, 14 tackles on the year for the 6'2", 190-pound senior. Coach Ben Caudill's RedHawks. 2nd and 11 here from the Creek 14-yard line. Horner, pistol, single receiver left, single right. Horner running right, going to run the option, tosses it, running right across the 10, gets to the 5-yard line, stretching forward is the ball carrier.
McQueen on the stop.
As he's going to get all the way down near the 5-yard line, but just short of the sticks.
Going to be 3rd down and short, 3rd and short for Independence.
As Bauman on the carry that time, I believe.
Lucas on the carry.
And gets it all the way to the 5. That's a gain of 9. And it'll be 3rd and 2 from there. Big 3rd down here for the Creek defense. Trying to drive Indy back out of the pistol. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Ball in the right hash. Handoff in the backfield, diving forward. And going to have the first down on that dive. He was tripped up at about the 5. Harris, the stop.
It's going to be 1st and goal for Independence.
On the carry that time, I believe that was Wall once again. And they will spot him at the 3. And it's closer to the, maybe closer to the 2, about the 2.5. We'll call it the 3. Because they give him 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Now they're going to go heavy jumbo formation, work out of that pistol, handoff, Oaks up the middle, but he's met in the hole and driven back, slung back towards the 5. They'll give him forward progress, but they tried to run up the middle, and they couldn't do it, as in there for the stop was Daniel Johnson, the 5'10", 170-pound junior. as he drove Oaks backwards and went with that heavy lineup. So they've got the ball. We'll give him 1 to the Stewart's Creek 2, and it'll be 2nd and goal from there. We're down to 8:40, all ready to go here in the first half. Scoreless ball game, but Independence threatening. They're on the doorstep. 2nd and goal here from the 2-yard line. Single receiver left, handoff in the backfield, but the pursuit gets there. Josh Neves.
Jonathan Waller on the tackle.
Can't get through the tackle of Jonathan Waller. And he is stopped shy of the goal line. Keep it right there at the 2, and it'll be 3rd and goal. So no gain on the play. 3rd and goal from the Stewart's Creek 2-yard line. The Creek defense trying to rise up and protect not only the Creek, but their goal line here. Under 8 to go, 2nd quarter. 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line. Heavy formation in once again. Pistol. Horner going to keep it himself. Horner through the line and into the end zone goes the big 6'6" Matthew Horner. Matthew Horner got behind that big line, and he used his 200-pound, 6'6" frame to take it into the end zone. That rushing touchdown is his 5th of the season. He has 297 yards coming into the game, and with 7:50 to go here in the first half, Independence strikes first. They score on the Horner 2-yard touchdown run. Extra point here is pending, and it will be attempted by Landrick Majewski. The snap of Lucas Penland, the hold of Cole Romine. 20-yard kick here for the extra point. Romine calls for the snap. It's down, and the kick is up, and it is good. Landrick Majewski, 16 of 18 on point afters this season. He converts it, and with 7:50 to play here in the first half, Independence on the road as a 4 seed leads Stewart's Creek 7-0 after the PAT is good. From Majewski. And that capped the drive that started for Stewart's Creek at the Stewart's Creek 23-yard line, for Independence. Uses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plays to cover those 23 yards. After the good punt to flip the field, a couple of defensive tackles for loss on the Stewart's Creek drive forced them to punt. Indy started at the 23-yard line. They cover those yards in 10 plays. Started with a minute left on the clock in the first quarter, and they take it down to 7:50 here, so they use 5 minutes and 10 seconds off the game clock, spanning the first and second quarters, to take a 7-0 lead. And now Stewart's Creek trails the Region 6-6A 4 seed, the 3-7 Independence Eagles. But Stewart's Creek is explosive. They have athletes who can return it, and a lot of time left to be played here in this one. The first ever playoff game hosted here at the Creek for the Region 5-6A champion RedHawks, who finished at 9-1. Majewski, his kick will be returnable from the 5, at the 10, at the 15, at the 20, at the 25, at the 30, at the 35, at the 40, at the 45, at the 50. Into Eagle territory goes the ball carrier as Jeremy Smith responds and will set Stewart's Creek up in Independence territory.
Stewart's Creek,
big return there for Jeremy Smith on the return to give the RedHawks 1st and 10 on a 56-yard return to the 39-yard line. And now the RedHawks have their best field position of the night, 1st and 10 at the Indy 39-yard line. They have 7 minutes, 39 seconds to play here in the first half, trailing 7-0. All 3 timeouts available for head coach Ben Caudill. Working from the gun is the quarterback, Jerry Taylor. Back on his left hip, stack the receivers up on the right side. Hand off to that back, runs straight ahead. Not much there, but a nice little game. As Floyd takes it. They'll spot it down at the 37. Gain of 2. Aiden Sullivan in on the stop for Independence. And Reed Maxson there as well. Independence 37-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 8 from there after the 2-yard gain. Ball's on the left hash. They go left to right here. Taylor, the 6'2", 170-pound junior quarterback. Now he's flanked by a back on his left and his right. Single receiver out left. They want to run it right. Trying to turn the corner. Has the corner. 35 at the 30. 25, 20. Look out. 15, 10, 5. End zone. Touchdown. Jeremy Smith on the run. 37 yards away. He takes it to the house, and the confetti flies here at the creek as the student section roars. And here come the flags down the track. The one for the United States, the one for Smyrna, the one for Stewart's Creek, the 4 for SCHS, and the one for the RedHawks in flight. And they explode and get the Jeremy Smith touchdown from 37 yards out. They need the extra point here to tie it. It will be attempted by Landon Wharf. Snap, hold, kick. Sam Bello, your snapper. And he gets it back to the holder, Jake Amos, I believe. And the kick is good from Wharf. And with 6:49 to play, it took just 2 plays to cover the 39 yards. We are all tied, 7-7, Indy and Stewart's Creek. It was a 2-play drive. It covered 39 yards. It was set up by the 56-yard kick return by Jeremy Smith. And it was capped by the 37-yard touchdown run by Jeremy Smith. In between was a 2-yard carry from Floyd. And it didn't take much time off the clock at all, just 50 seconds to be exact. And we're all even. That's how explosive this Red Hawk team can be. They have a lot of speed, and they utilized it on the kick return and on that short 2-play drive. So we're right back where we started with 6:49 to go before halftime. Stay with us at half. We'll take a look at the 615 Prep scoreboard for you. Have some student spotlight interviews coming for you. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, stay tuned. You've got SCTV with coverage of the Stewart's Creek Marching Band, which is phenomenal. I was watching their warm-up tonight, and you'll want to watch that here on the YouTube feed if you can. Kick is away. It'll be returnable inside the 15-yard line, and it's fumbled at the 20, and Independence gets back on it. As bobbling it was Brody Bullock, the sophomore.
Caleb Floyd on the
As Caleb Floyd got down to make the stop, but dangerous there, and Independence will start at about the 22-yard line.
It's going to be first and 10.
Tie ball game.
First and 10 for Independence.
First and 10. Indy from the 22-yard line. Got 6:45 to go here in the first half. We're tied now, 7-7. Winner of this game will play against the winner of the Brentwood contest. Brentwood finished second in their region. Horner takes the pistol snap, handoff, running ahead. Stop shy of the 25-yard line is the ball carrier. And I think that's Oaks once again. Trying to wait. Again, you got to wait sometimes for them to turn.
On the tackle, number 6, Daniel Johnson.
Daniel Johnson in on the stop. Oaks gets it up to the 24. Gain of 2.
Second down for
It'll be 2nd and 8 from there.
Independence.
The 24-yard line on the near hash, going right to left. It's again Horner with motion coming left to right. Horner's going to pull it, keep it himself. Great read by the sophomore quarterback as he pulled it at the very last second and ran it around the right end. Matthew Horner just did get it away, and he's got a first down. Mo Ezeldine in on the stop, but not before Horner gets to the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 10 by the sophomore. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the Indy 34-yard line. Down to 5:45 to go. Clock rolls here in the second quarter. All 3 timeouts available for head coach Scott Stidham and the Independence Eagles. They split the receivers, one left, one right. Outside the hashes over by the numbers on either side. Pistol for Horner. Takes the snap, fake the give. He's going to run right, run in the option toss. Gets it out there, but pursuit is there. Calvin Wall takes the pitch. And there was pursuit out there. There was not much running room. Wall did a good job to slip past the first tackler, but then Daniel Johnson brought him down on that option pitch. They'll mark him at the 34, so no gain. But Wall did a heck of a job to not lose yardage. 2nd and 10 at the Indy 34-yard line. On the far hash now. 5 minutes to go. first half. Glad to have you here on Aero Sports and on SCTV on the YouTube channel.
For Indy.
2nd and 10. Eagles. Pistol snap. Horner wants to roll left, looking to throw. He's going to dump it off. Ill-advised. It falls incomplete as he was trying to dump it off to Hunter Mullen. But he had some running room there.
Mullen, incomplete, going to be third
but
down.
It falls incomplete.
For the
It'll be
Eagles.
3rd and 10. Independence from their 34-yard line. That stops the clock with 4:44 to go first half. Stewart's Creek did win the toss tonight. They will get the football to start the second half as they elected to defer. Kicked it to Independence. Independence struck first. Tonight taking a 7-0 lead, but on the ensuing drive, big return for the RedHawks. They scored to answer. We're all tied at 7. Here's a big 3rd down, 3rd and 10 from the Indy 34-yard line. Horner, 3 receivers left, rolls to his left, has protection, going to dump it off to the 40-yard line, has a receiver, but forced out of bounds on the Stewart's Creek sideline right there as Jackson Dilliard.
Horner's pass completed to Dillard.
Pulls it in, but he'll be short of the first down. And it'll be 4th and short. Let's see what Coach Stidham wants to do as he gets it to the 43-yard line. So it's 4th and 1. Gain of 9 on the 3rd and 10 play on the completion. But it's at the 43. They're letting the clock bleed down here. 15 seconds on the play clock. And he went out of bounds, so the clock is at 4:37. Let's see. Play clock down to 6. 4th and 1. The Indy 43-yard line on the near hash. 2 receivers right. Snap. Give in the backfield. First down and more out near midfield. Bursting forward is Josh Neves. And
Josh
Nieves on the carry. There are 3 different pronunciations of that around the mid-state area. So Nieves, as he gets it up to the 50-yard line, gain of 7 on the carry. And it's a fresh set of downs for Independence. We're down to 4:10 to go here. Right at the 50-yard line here in the second quarter. So on a big 4th down, they pick up the first. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right, the wide side of the field now, outside the hashes. Horner wants to throw, looks left, now rolls right. At the hash marks, throws downfield, and it was closest to about 3 Stewart's Creek RedHawks. It falls incomplete, and it'll make it 2nd and 10 from the 50-yard line. Under 4 to go here in the first half. At halftime, we'll have our student spotlight interviews brought to you by Angela Torrance. We will have the 615 Preps scoreboard. Be sure you check out 615 Preps on their scoreboard show on Saturday mornings over on their YouTube channel. Chris Brooks, the whole gang, Joe Spears do a great rundown. We'll break down all the first-round playoff action from around Middle Tennessee for you on that YouTube channel. And of course, SCTV here on their YouTube channel. Glad to have this coverage. 2nd and 10 from the 50. Horner fakes the give, wants to set up a screen, does. At the 50-yard line, it's Oaks. At the 40, at the 35, inside the 30-yard line before he's caught from behind as Oaks, the 5'10", 170-pound senior, executed the screen to perfection with the offensive line. And a big pickup on 2nd and 10. Horner to Oaks on the screen. Gets it all the way to the 26-yard line. That's a 24-yard pickup. And it's 1st and 10. Eagles from the Stewart's Creek 26-yard line. Down to 3.5 minutes to go here, and the clock rolls in the second quarter. All 3 timeouts for the Eagles. Horner, pistol set. Single receiver right, single receiver left. They've got those wings on either end of the line. Takes the snap, wants a little misdirection, hands it off, running right. Spin move, breaks a tackle across the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Calvin Wall into the end zone, and he did it on individual effort as the senior broke away and got the touchdown from 26 yards out. The 5'6", 150-pounder picks up his 3rd rushing touchdown of the 2024 season, and the flags run on the far side of the track. The American flag, the Tennessee flag, the Indy flag, the IHS. They've got a Middle Tennessee flag. They've got an Air Force flag, I guess, and the Indy Nation flag as well. A lot of flags here tonight. On to try the extra point for Independence. Majewski, his kick is up. It is good, out of the hold of Romine and the snap of Lucas Penland. And Wall's 26-yard touchdown run gives Independence a 14-7 lead after the extra point is converted here with 3:06 to go before halftime. the Eagles lead the RedHawks by a touchdown as Wall took it in from 26 yards out, and that caps a 9-play drive that started back at the Indy 22-yard line. It covers 78 yards on the drive, and it took 3 minutes and 39 seconds off the second quarter clock. Nice drive there for Coach Stidham's offense, as Independence was able to pick up big yardage on the ground, and they convert with Calvin Wall on a 26-yard touchdown run, had a nice spin move over on the right edge, and then went to the house. And Indy leads 14-7. Now let's see what will Majewski choose to do with the kickoff. Last time he kicked it off, we saw Jeremy Smith bring it all the way back into Indy territory. They'll go short kick this time. He only took about 2 steps back to kick it away. It's fielded inside the 30-yard line and stopped right over there at about the 33-yard line. So they won't kick it back to Smith deep and give Stewart's Creek a chance to set up in Eagle territory. But with 3:02 on the first half clock, the RedHawks will start 1st and 10 from their 32-yard line. Jerry Taylor, the junior quarterback, over 1,000 yards passing this season, 15 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He also has almost 200 yards rushing and a couple of touchdowns. They start on the left hash from the 32. Taylor with 2 receivers left, the short side of the field. 1 wide right between the numbers and the hash marks. Now they bring him back over to the right hip of Taylor. Taylor going to roll right, looking to throw. Now he's going to tuck it. He's going to keep it himself at the 30. Now he runs back. He's still behind the line of scrimmage, trying to scramble. Cannot get away from that defensive pursuit as Kellen Lucas was there. There were a couple other Eagles pursuing. Taylor could not find anyone to throw it to, and he is dropped right at the line of scrimmage. So all of that, no gain, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Good defensive scheme so far from Independence has made the going tough for the 9-1 RedHawks of Coach Ben Caudill. Down to 2:25 to go. All 3 timeouts for both squads. See if they want to use some here as we near the end of the second quarter. On 2nd and 10 from the 32-yard line. Shotgun snap to Taylor. Looks to throw. Now he's going to scramble. Jerry Taylor is across the line of scrimmage, but not much more. Just to the 34. He stopped shy of the 35-yard line. Indy doing a great job, and Taylor gets up and he's hanging his head a bit because he's just frustrated at this point. And you can tell he's not finding running room that he wants to find, and he's not finding open receivers. The Independence defense is blanketing them. So Taylor picks up 2 on 2nd and 10. It'll be 3rd and 8 from the 34-yard line. Put 2 receivers right and a back on the right hip of Jerry Taylor. Now they'll take the end over to the left side from the right side. The tight end, he moves over there. Ball right between the hashes. Taylor going to roll to his right. Looking downfield, rolling. He turns his back and then throws it up the field, and it's incomplete near the 50-yard line. He just threw up a prayer. He was trying to find Jeremy Smith, and it's incomplete. Down to 120 as the protection broke down. Taylor turned his back and flung up a prayer, and often that doesn't end well. This time it falls incomplete, but it'll break it 4th and 8 from the 34-yard line, and it'll bring on the punt team. Daniel Williams at his 20-yard line, and a man back deep at the 37-yard line for Independence. Sam Bello, the long snapper, and it pushes Williams back. He goes and gets it. It's a line drive kick, bounces at the 50, and it will take a big RedHawk roll and be down inside the 30 near the 26-yard line. And Wharf caught a break there as it was a high snap. He got it, but then he got rid of the kick. It was a low line driver. And fortunately, it took a RedHawk roll if you're a Stewart Creek fan.
Check your email. Coach Shelby Scott, check your email.
Goes to put it to the 27-yard line of Independence. It's a 39-yard net on the punt. And Indy will have 1:09 to work with here, and all 3 timeouts, 1st and 10 from their 27-yard line. And the Eagles lead 14-7. 2 receivers left, the near side, 1 wide right. Bring that motion out of the pistol. They're going to go that misdirection once again, come the other way this time, but great pursuit up front from Stewart's Creek.
Carry number 16.
As Romine had the carry, but there for the stop was Grady Harvey.
80, Grady Harvey.
So Romine, and that seems like they'll take a timeout there. He gets it up to the 27. It's no gain. And the timeout comes quickly. It'll be 2nd and 10, the Indy 27-yard line. And got to imagine that Independence took that timeout. They do not have it on the scoreboard here. And I was looking down at the time, so 56.1 to go here, first half. Ball's on the near hash, artificial surface on a beautiful night here in Middle Tennessee. 56 degrees at kickoff, 83% humidity, winds out of the northeast at 4 miles per hour. It was gray and overcast most of the day, but around 3:30 or so, the blue skies and sun poked through, and then of course, well, we're in full darkness by 5:15, 5:30 or so. But it was a nice sunset here at the creek, and a pretty fall evening and night now here on the first Friday night of the postseason in Middle Tennessee. Out of the timeout, 2nd and 10 from the 27. Horner wants to throw, going for a shot down the right side. Single coverage, knocked up in the air, away from the intended receiver, as it was intended for Q Stansel, but defending down there, I believe that was Dallas Johnson. But there was good coverage, single coverage on the corner, as the sophomore was back there in coverage. It was Johnson. He was in a one-on-one situation, and that'll make it 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. We're down to 54.7 left. Motion now left to right. Single receiver on the right side. Horner gonna tuck it, keep it himself on the right edge across the 30. Keeps that big frame moving forward. And a quick timeout. This timeout against charge to Stewart's Creek as Coach Caudill wants it. Horner on the keeper is stopped short of the first down as they'll mark him at the 32. So gain of 5. Jonathan Waller in on the stop. It'll be 4th and 5 on the Indy 32. It's a timeout. Stewart's Creek with 48.6 left to go here in the first half. Now, you know the punting unit for Independence is solid. Andrew Bingham has a 72-yard long punt this season. He's got a 39-yard average. He's put 9 punts inside the 20 on the year. He's a talented 6', 190-pound senior punter, and he flipped the field earlier that set up the first touchdown of the night for Independence in a short field situation after he punted it deep, and then Stewart's Creek punted it back. It was a shorter punt. And he'll be called on here to punt from inside his 20. Man back deep for the Creek at his 30-yard line, as that is Jeremy Smith. Punt is away. It will bounce, however, near the 40 and kick out of bounds. It kicks back inbounds, but they're going to say it went out of bounds, so Smith did not have a chance to return it. Bingham gets it away, and it'll be spotted at the 32-yard line of Stewart's Creek. And so 36-yard net on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10. RedHawks with just 38.9 seconds left to go here in the first half. Stewart's Creek trailing 14-7. But Stewart's Creek has the offensive weapons to break a big run at any time. Under center goes Jerry Taylor here. The I formation behind him. Taylor takes the snap, fake the give, wants to take a shot deep downfield, unloads, has a man laying out for it, incomplete, just out of the reach of the outstretched arms of Kai Mangrum. Down near the 25-yard line. They went I formation under center. Taylor faked the give to the tailback, and then he showed off that arm, and Mangrum was just about a step or two away from coming up with a big catch there. It goes incomplete. Clock down to 31.8 to go here. First half, it'll set up 2nd and 10 for the RedHawks from the 32-yard line. Now, what you know is the special teams, the kicking game for Stewart's Creek hasn't been as good. They'll go 5 wides now. Taylor from the gun, in the pocket. Now he's flushed, runs left, still looking to throw, and he'll be dropped. Just does get across the line of scrimmage out near the 30-yard line as he was in pursuit and being pursued, got flushed out of the pocket, and getting to him there was Kellen Lucas. Lucas has been all over him tonight. Taylor gets it to the 34-yard line, gain of just 2, and it sets up 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8 from the 34-yard line. They're just going to let the clock run out. That's going to be it. That is the end of the first half on a historic night here at Stewart's Creek. The RedHawks hosting their first ever TSSAA playoff game as the top seed out of Region 5-6A. They went 9-1 this year. They trail the 4 seed out of Region 6-6A, the 3-7 Independence Eagles at the half by a score of 14-7 as we go into our Aero Sports and SCTV halftime show. Here's what you're going to get if you're over on the YouTube channel. You're going to lose my broadcast for the performance of the Stewart's Creek Band, which is phenomenal. Stick around. You're going to want to listen and watch that. They are an amazing band. And so enjoy that on YouTube TV. If you're listening in on aerosports.mixler.com or over on the 615 Preps platform where we have our media player with them, then you're going to get some interviews with our student spotlight of the game. We hope to have an Independence student spotlight interview. And then after the band performs, we will have a Stewart's Creek interview for you on both the YouTube and the Mixler platforms here in our first ever simulcast. So that's what's coming up for you. If you're on YouTube, enjoy the band. If you're here on Aero Sports and listening in that way, stay with us. We're going to go to a quick break, and then we'll be back with hopefully our student spotlight player of the game. We'll recap the first half here. At the break, Stewart's Creek trails Independence by a score of 14-7 in a first-round TSSAA 6A playoff game from Stewart's Creek High School. I'm Chris Bozen, back with our halftime show here in just 2 minutes. Stay with us. John Peppers, attorney at law, is a proud sponsor of the Aero Sports High School Football Game of the Week. Johnny, how did your personal journey through adoption several years ago inspire you to pursue your law degree?
Well, it's an interesting story. My wife and I decided to be foster parents back in 2015, and our very first placement was a sibling group of 5 and under. So they were 5, 3, 2, 1, and 9 weeks when they moved into our house. We were lucky enough to be able to adopt that sibling group of 5 in 2016. I noticed that there was a need in the court system for guardian ad litem, which is a role that the court will assign to an attorney to advocate for the best interest of the child.
Halftime show, Creek Strong, the Stewart's Creek High School Band. your Stewart's Creek High School Band. If you're happy and you know it, somebody clap your hands and show it for the Stewart's Creek High School Band.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you to Michael Chester, Debbie Bird, and the whole staff, the Stewart's Creek High School Marching Band. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready for a special performance tonight by the Stewart's Creek High School Dancers. Ladies and gentlemen, the Stewart's Creek Dancers.
Listen, Trey, tell me a little bit about this SCTV program. I know that your teacher has a lot of big things that you guys have been doing out here. You guys create a lot of content, but tell me a little bit about what you're involved with the program.
So I'm in his class at school, and we do all these projects, and we're just used to using a lot of equipment, and it's just a lot of stuff to use.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have aspirations of being a broadcaster, am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have a favorite sport to broadcast or something you enjoy the most?
I love to watch football and baseball, so I just want to broadcast that.
Last spring, I was out here for some RedHawks baseball, and the last time we were here for a game, we had a RedHawk baseball player on for our student spotlight interview. So I think this spring we'll get to do a little bit of that. I mean, look at that view over there. I mean, they've got the baseball field lit up here tonight, but what is it that you love most about baseball as far as broadcasting?
I just love the excitement of the crowd, and when the crowd gets excited, the broadcasters get excited.
Absolutely, being able to communicate that excitement to the fans. And as far as football, what do you love about this sport?
I just love the environment of the game. Like college football, the atmosphere is incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. And what year are you here at the Creek?
I'm the class of 28.
Okay, so you help me out. So
I'm a freshman.
Got you, just a freshman. I see. So you've got a little ways to go yet. I was about to ask you what your plans were for after graduation, but have you even started to think about that? Do you have schools you might like to attend?
Probably the University of Penn State or the University of Tennessee.
I got you. Well, you've got time to think about that, time to look it over. Look, I'm sure that you know a lot of the folks that are running the cameras tonight. We've got one of your classmates up here as well. Anything you want to say to them tonight?
They're really good people. They're really nice. They're hardworking, and they're willing to help anybody.
Do you have a favorite teacher here at Stewart's Creek, or a class that you like to take?
Mr. Bissinger's class.
I thought so. I was giving you a chance. Or who knows? It might result in some extra credit. You never know. I mean, take advantage of the opportunities when they present themselves. Well, I appreciate you joining me tonight. I hope that you're learning some things. And the next time that we do this, hopefully it'll be you and I maybe doing this in the booth together, right? Does that sound good? Or maybe over for baseball in the spring.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, we've got a half to go still here. We're down 14-7. What adjustments do you think Stewart's Creek needs to make at halftime to come back in this ball game?
I just think if they have better blocking and find an open hole, I think that should be good for them, for offense.
And on defense, how are they going to stop this Independence rushing attack?
I think you just need to close the center. I think that's it. Their defense is doing fine. Just need one problem to fix.
Get a stop, maybe get a turnover in the second half. That can always come back. We're at halftime here at Stewart's Creek. Trey Smith, Chris Bozen here on aerosports.mixler.com and SCTV on the YouTube channel. We've got the second half coming up. We're going to take another brief break here, then we'll come back and give you the 615 Prep scoreboard show. Your score at halftime. The Creek is down 14-7 to Independence, but still a half to go, and the RedHawks get the football to start the second half. Stay with us. Back with more in just 1 minute. At Stewart's Creek, as we get set for the second half, Independence will tee it up at the 40-yard line. Now they switch some guys around, and they move Smith up to the 25-yard line, the up man, and now there's false start. There'll be a penalty flag, and now they shift over, as that's what they tried to do. They moved some guys around as they want Smith to return. He had the big return that set up Stewart's Creek's touchdown in the first half. They moved him up to the up spot at about the 25-yard line. A lot of movement back there as he's shifting around with Caleb Floyd. And Floyd's back there deep along with Jeremy Smith. And so I'll try to figure it out with Majewski, and that'll back him up to the 35-yard line now after the motion penalty, so that backs Independence up. Now they've put Smith up at the 30-yard line on the far side of the field, the Independence side. Now he's walking to his right. Back deep is Floyd. They will kick it deep. Floyd will let it bounce at the 3 and goes into the end zone. And Majewski kicks it into the end zone, touchback, and Stewart's Creek will have to drive the distance of the field as they kept it away from the dangerous returner, Jeremy Smith, the 5'7" senior.
First and 10
so the Creek will start
Creek.
first and 10 from the 20-yard line here to start the second half of play, trailing 14-7. Independence struck first tonight in the rush from Horn, the quarterback. Stewart's Creek answered. Touchdown from Smith. And Ball put Indy on top, 14-7. They'll go under center. Coming right. Getting in the hands of Smith, 25-30. Smith, 35-40, still on his feet. 45-50, he's dragged down from behind on the pursuit of Aiden Sullivan. A senior was all that stopped Smith from taking that one to the house from 80 yards out. Gets it into Eagle territory to the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 34 yards on first and 10. Right away, Stewart's Creek has it in Eagle territory. They have a fresh set of downs. First down from the Indy 46-yard line. And there is an injured Creek player back at the 35-yard line. And that is Jonathan Waller, the 6'2", 240-pounder. And he is down on the sideline right now, near the Stewart's Creek sideline at the 35-yard line. Waller, the right guard for Coach Ben Caudill, who's in his 5th year here. He's also the offensive coordinator for Stewart's Creek. 32-23 is Coach Caudill overall, 16-10 in region play. And some of those records, it's because of the forfeits. We talked about that back in the 2020 and 2021 seasons, as Waller is going to be helped off to the sideline, and that is not good. You never want to see any player injured. Jonathan Waller, the senior right guard, that will likely force Makai Williams into duty here, the 5'11", 235-pound sophomore. Waller, one of the captains of this RedHawks squad, though, and he is hobbling keeping that left foot off the ground. First and 10. Carry to about the 40-yard line as we're back to action quickly as Floyd carries that one and gets it to the 40. They're going to put it to the 40-yard line, gain of 6.
It'll be second down.
And it'll be second and 4 from the 40.
And 4 for Stewart Creek.
They go quickly once again. Jerry Taylor back on his right. They go direct snap. Smith actually taking the snap. It wasn't Taylor in there. Smith's going to be driven backwards, and he's hit. And so they go direct snap. So Jeremy Smith is in taking the direct snap. Cole Romine in on the stop. So we saw this against Smyrna a bit, and you have to be watchful for when they do it, because they don't do it every play. And now Taylor coming back out there. But Smith is stopped at the 43-yard line, a loss of 3 as Romine made the tackle. And it'll be 3rd and 7 from that 43-yard line. On the far hash, they go left to right. Under center, Taylor, I formation. Going to roll right. He's pressured, slips past the defender. Going to dump it off. Has a man at the 40, stumbling forward, but short of the first down is Caleb Floyd. They're going to spot him
Taylor's pass completed to Floyd.
Maybe a yard short at about the 37-yard line. Need to get to the 36. There is a penalty flag down. The penalty is going to be against Stewart's Creek. Flag's on the far side of the field, right at the line of scrimmage. And so that'll bring it back. I imagine Stewart's Creek would have gone for it on 4th and 1. And so now they're going to move it back. So the penalty will negate a 4th and short situation.
Against Stewart's Creek.
Move it back to the 48. Illegal shift against the RedHawks.
3rd down.
So put it at the 48-yard line, and it'll be 3rd down. So that's 3rd and 12 at the 48-yard line after the illegal shift. 3rd and 12 from the 48. Ball to the far hash. Taylor going to work under center. Single receiver left. Back deep behind him. They're going to toss. Smith at the 45. Trying to find running room. Stiff arm. 40. There's going to be a penalty flag, and that may be a horse collar. They got up on the back of Smith's jersey, and let's see if that's what the penalty flag is. We'll wait and see. It's here on the near sideline. Personal foul, face mask. I saw him jerk around, and that, I didn't know if it was the horse collar or the face mask, but they go face mask is the call, personal foul against Independence, and that will tack yardage on from the 40-yard line. Smith got an 8-yard gain to the 40. Personal foul, face mask adds 15. That's going to push it all the way to the 25-yard line. We're down to 9:57 to go here in the 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and 10, Stewart's Creek from the Indy 25-yard line. RedHawks trailing 14-7, but on the march here on their opening drive of the 2nd half. From the 25-yard line. Snap, keeping himself Floyd. Floyd on that direct snap across the 20. Inside the 15, they try to strip the ball away. They cannot. Eli Bauman making the tackle, but Floyd gets big yardage. That's a 1st down for Floyd. The RedHawks have a fresh set of downs at the 13-yard line as Floyd gains 12 on the 1st down carry. 1st and 10 from the Indy 13. And they are content to let the clock, or actually the officials coming down, talking with Coach Caudill. And the clock is stopped right now, and I'm not sure. They may be having a conversation about the clock with Coach Caudill. And the referee down there, and let's see. Or maybe I see what it is. So the play clock, the 40-second clocks are not synced. The one to my left shows 29 seconds. The one to my right shows 40 seconds. And so they are out of sync on those play clocks. And that may be what they're talking about, because I saw them point in those directions. And so one may not be working, which would require the officials to do that on the field, and they would then make arm signals to the quarterbacks to keep them aware of that play clock situation. Here on the 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line, they'll go direct snap. Floyd going to keep it himself, doesn't give it to Smith, gets it near the 10-yard line. Maybe give him to the 9 as Floyd picks up 4 on 1st and 10.
4 yards on the play. Tackle made by Eli
Bowman again on the stop after the 4-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd and 6.
And number
from the Indy 9.
Will Giffen.
Giffen in on the stop as well for Independence. 2nd down, 6 to go here for the RedHawks. Now they've turned off those play clocks as they were out of sync. Direct snap to Smith, running left, trying to find blockers, turns the corner at the 10. He's hit, grabbed, and hit shy of the 5-yard line. Smith with the carry, but good pursuit from that Independence front and the linebackers. Stop him back at the 7-yard line. So gain of 2 to the Indy 7, and it'll be 3rd and 4.
Gonna call it 3rd and 4.
Romine in on the stop for the Eagles. Important drive here for Stewart's Creek. 8.5 to go in the 3rd quarter. RedHawks have had the football since the second half kickoff. They would like to capitalize. They trail 14-7. They have a 3rd and 4 from the 7-yard line. Pistol formation now for Jerry Taylor. And now whistles, and we're going to have a motion penalty indicated against Stewart's Creek, and that will push them back. That's going to be costly. 3rd and 4. There's a motion penalty. That'll push it back to the 12. It'll be 3rd and 9 from there. So instead of 3rd and 4, they face 3rd and 9. Smith coming back in towards the huddle now. Big 3rd down for the RedHawks. As we hit the 8-minute mark of the 3rd quarter, 14-7 Independence leads. Under center goes Jerry Taylor. They're going to go toss. Smith coming right at the 15, trying to find space, gets to the 10, still driving his legs forward, but he's going to be well short as the pursuit from Independence would not let him find open space as
led by number 2.
As they had a host of tacklers in there. Garrett Peevler was in there, Reed Maxson as well.
And number 99, Grady Guptill. And going to be 4th down.
So he gets it 2. It'll be 4th and 7 from the 10-yard line. They go I formation. Taylor with 2 backs directly behind him. Floyd and Smith. Single receiver left, takes the snap, fakes the give. Smith rolls left, throws it, does Taylor off the fingertips of the intended receiver, Caleb Floyd. Incomplete near the 5-yard line. Could not haul it in.
Independence takes over on downs.
Independence holds on a 4th down stop, turnover on downs as Stewart's Creek could not convert. Coach Caudill electing to go for it on 4th down. They do not have a very strong kicking game here. They rarely attempt the field goals this year, as Landon Wharf is just 1 of 2 on the season. And so that falls incomplete, and it's a turnover on downs. And it comes with 7:09 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Independence takes over, leading 14-7. They have it 1st and 10 at their 10-yard line. They'll go to the ground game that they love so much. Both these teams run first squads.
Keelan Harris on the tackle.
Harris gets in for the stop. And it's a 4-yard pickup by Austin Oaks on 1st and 10. And it'll make it 2nd and 6 from the Indy 14-yard line.
2nd down and 6. 2nd and 6 for Indy.
2nd and 6, Independence. Horner from the pistol. He's going to give it to Oaks. Oaks across the 15, and he's dropped right there as that defensive front of Stewart's Creek tied him up. After he got to
Oaks on the carry.
The 16.
Number 55, Bryson Hayes.
Bryson Hayes on the stop for the RedHawks. They'll make it 3rd and 4 from the 16-yard line. Ball right between the hashes as the Eagles go right to left here on their first possession of the second half. We're down to the midway mark of the 3rd quarter. 6 minutes to play here in the 3rd. Pistol for Horner. 2 receivers right now. We're going to have stoppage, penalty flags. RedHawks pointing at Independence, and it will be a motion penalty against Coach Stidham's Eagles. Push them back to the Independence 11-yard line, and it'll make it 3rd and 9. So instead of 3rd and 4, it's 3rd and 9. And anytime you get into 3rd and long situations with teams that prefer to run, it's not where they want to be. They're just not comfortable there, and that's, of course, what coaches want to do defensively to offenses that like to run is put them in uncomfortable situations. What any defensive coordinator is trying to do is make the offense uncomfortable if you can. Indy is not comfortable throwing the ball. They face 3rd and 9 from their 11-yard line. Pistol formation, Horner, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Rolls left, looking to throw, nothing open. He scrambles and he's forced out of bounds, knocked to the ground. He may try to sell that a bit as he gets knocked to the ground. No penalty flag come out. He's forced out of bounds. It was on the verge of reaching for the yellow flag, perhaps. Horner is stopped, however, and it'll bring on the punt unit as Horner loses a yard to the 10. So Horner, loss of 1 on the stop, makes it 4th and 10 at the Indy 10-yard line. That will bring on the punter. That's Andrew Bingham. He stands in his own end zone. Man back deep at the 50. It's a bad punt. It's a shank. It will go out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. And Stewart's Creek will set up at the 29-yard line of Independence as Bingham shanked the punt out of his own end zone just when the Eagles needed a big punt. See if they could kick it out of there. It was a bad punt from Bingham, and it only gets to the 29. That's a 19-yard net, and it sets Stewart's Creek up 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. 5:19 to go in the 3rd, trailing 14-7.
1st and 10 for
ball on the near hash. Under center goes Jerry Taylor. I formation. 2 backs behind him. He's going to give to the tailback Smith. Smith following the lead blocker across the 25. And here comes a flag in from all the way on the near sideline here. And it may be against Stewart's Creek. He threw that all the way into where the pile was, where Smith was. Another face mask. And so the carry got it to the about the 22-yard line, perhaps. Let's see where they. Well, they're going to spot it at the 18.
It's going to be a live point, Stewart's Creek first down.
So
it'll be 1st
give
and
it
10
6. It was the 5-yard
for
face mask, not the
Stewart's
personal
Creek.
foul. And so it'll be 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. I formation once again. Jerry Taylor brings motion now left to right. Ball on the near hash. Takes the snap. Hands to the tailback to the 15-yard line. And that'll wait for him to.
Floyd on the carry.
That's Floyd on the carry. Actually, maybe Floyd last time. Sometimes they switch Smith and Floyd up out of that tailback position. Floyd got the carry to the 15 there, gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 from there at the Independence 15-yard line. Now Taylor is going to go shotgun. He's got Smith on his right hip. There's movement up front before the football was snapped. Most of the offensive line moved, except the center.
Illegal procedure
so that's a motion penalty.
Replay of down
to 4:25 to go in the 3rd. That'll make it 2nd and 12. Push it back to the Independence 20-yard line. So the penalties with offensive teams that are struggling really work against you. We've seen it get both of these squads here in the 1st round of the 6A Tennessee playoffs. For 2nd and 12 from the 20-yard line. Snap, keeping it is Floyd this time. Floyd inside the 15 on a good run, picking his way through defenders.
Third down
and it'll make it 3rd down, but 3rd and manageable as he'll be spotted at the 13-yard line, gain of 7. It'll be 3rd and 5 from there.
Tackle made by Romine for
Cole
Indy.
Romine in on the stop for Independence. We're down to 3:45 to go in the 3rd quarter. RedHawks trail 14-7. They are driving. Started this drive at the 29-yard line after a poor punt from Andrew Bingham. Set them up in good field position. They face 3rd and 5 from the 13-yard line. Under center goes Jerry Taylor. Takes the snap. Gives to Floyd. Floyd at the 10. Floyd at the 5. House call. Caleb Floyd, as he takes it in from 13 yards out on a 3rd and 5 run. With 3:24 to go in the 3rd, extra point is pending, but the RedHawks are within 1 here, trailing 14-13 as the flags run down the field. The band plays, the cheerleaders dance, and the student section throws the confetti in the air. That's what a game is like here at Stewart's Creek. That'll bring out the kicker for Stewart's Creek. Snap, hold, kick is up. It is good. Landon Wharf from the long snap of Sam Bello is good. And we are all tied as Caleb Floyd takes it in from 13 yards out. And that was a 5-play drive, had a couple of penalties mixed in there. It covered 29 yards, and it took less than 2 minutes off the clock, 1 minute, 55 seconds on the drive. We're all even, 14-14, with 3:24 to go here in the third. And Stewart's Creek tees it up at the 40-yard line with Wharf, their 6', 163-pound sophomore kicker. Came in tonight, 35 of 41 on extra point attempts. Wharf tees it up, the right-footed kicker will have us back underway momentarily here from SCHS. A couple men back deep inside the 10-yard line for Independence. We're tied, 14-14. Win or go home. You want to play 48 more minutes, you got to earn 48 more minutes. The kick bounces about the 13, fielded at the 10, 15 at the 20, 25, and then dropped right there. Penalty flag comes in, however, as Calvin Wall on the return, but this penalty flag could push Independence back as it sits back at the 19-yard line. Does the handkerchief, and it is a illegal block. I thought he put a block in the back versus the hold, but that will push Independence back with 3:17 to go here in the third. Between the third and fourth quarter, remember, we've got our Fast Five with head coach Scott Stidham, and that is a hands, illegal block in the back. We'll push it back. So instead of being out near the 30, they will start 1st and 10. Independence will at the 17-yard line. So Eagle offense comes out, 1st and 10 at their 17 on the near hash with 3:17 to play in the third, all even at 14. As Matthew Horner, the sophomore, 6'6" back, hands this off. Oaks to the 20, and then driven backwards. He got it to about the 21.
Tackle by number 69, Julian Albright.
Julian Albright in on the stop there, the 5'8", 220-pound senior nose guard. After a 4-yard pickup by Oaks on 1st and 10, it'll make it 2nd and 6 from the Indy 21-yard line. All between the hashes, they move right to left, down to 2:45 to play in the third. Now there's motion all up front, and that time it was the left tackle, Siler Green, 6'2", 280-pound junior, jumped on the left side when motion started to his left. And that's a penalty that will push the Eagles back 5 yards and make it 2nd and 11 from the Independence 16-yard line. And again, these penalties with offenses that they have big strike ability, but consistently both of the offense can have their scoring troubles for both squads, and so the penalties certainly make it more difficult. 2nd and 11 now from the 16, shotgun snap. Horner from the pistol hands it off to Oaks, and he's hit immediately at the line of scrimmage, driven backwards. Harvey got to it, and it was no running room. Grady Harvey, the 6'2", 190-pound senior, drove Oaks back, and they're going to give him just a yard to the 17, it looks like.
Third down, 3rd and long for.
And so it'll be 3rd and 10 for the Eagles from their 17-yard line. Under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Are we headed for a thrilling finish here at the Creek in the first ever playoff home game for the RedHawks? It appears that way. 3rd down and 10 from the 17-yard line. Shotgun snap to Horner. Pump fake, and he's hit from behind. The blindside sack. Coming in to get him is Daniel Johnson, the 5'10", 170-pound junior. Got to the 6'6" sophomore quarterback Horner and sacks him back at the 9-yard line. That is a loss of 8. Loss 8 on 3rd and 10. That makes it 4th and 18 from the 9-yard line. Bingham in his own end zone, high snap, pulls it down, left-footed punter gets it away. It will drop at the 40-yard line and take a big Eagle roll all the way into Stewart's Creek territory and be down inside the 40-yard line at the 39. And so Bingham gets off a big punt this time when the Eagles needed it after shanking one on the previous drive that allowed Stewart's Creek to have a short field. They capitalized this time, punting out of his own end zone. Bingham gets it away, and it rolls to a stop at the Stewart's Creek 39.
First and 10 for Stewart's Creek, 56 seconds.
That's a 52-yard net punt, and it couldn't have come at a better time for Coach Scott Stidham's Eagles, as Andrew Bingham kicks it out of there and forces Stewart's Creek to start 1st and 10 back at the RedHawk 39-yard line with 56 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. We are all tied. They jump to the line of scrimmage. They got everybody jumbo up there under center. Taylor, handoff coming right. Smith at the 40. He is so explosive, trying to pick his way through a lot of traffic. He gets it out to the 44.
Gain of 5 yards.
That's a gain of 5, just like that. And they went quick. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the 44-yard line. Down to 35 seconds to go here in the 3rd. Play clocks are back on. They show 23 seconds, 22, 21, 20. Now they get to the line of scrimmage. Jerry Taylor going to work from the gun. Floyd on his left hip. Calls for the snap, has it. Handoff, Floyd up the middle, 45, 50, look out. 40, 35, 30, down the near sideline, 20, 15, 10, 5. To the goal line, but caught from behind just shy of the goal. Garrett Peevler got to Floyd and cut him down just before he could reach the end zone. But Floyd, a big play burst on 2nd and 5 all the way to the 3-yard line as he takes it 53 yards to the Indy 3, and they're going to let the clock run out. That's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. Stewart's Creek 14, Independence 14. The RedHawks have 1st and goal at the Indy 3-yard line when we start the 4th quarter. Stay with us. We'll be right back with that 4th quarter after you hear our Fast 5 with Scott Stidham of the Independence Eagles.
This is the Aero Sports Fast 5.
Independence head coach Scott Stidham. Coach, vacation spot, beach, mountains, or city?
Gotta be beach because that's my wife's choice and I just follow her.
Favorite sports movie?
I love Remember the Titans.
College football rivalry.
You know what? I'm going to go through a kid on each team. I'm going to go Army Navy.
Beatles, Stones, or Skinner?
I want to go with the Beatles just because it's kind of an iconic group.
And best sports moment or event that you've experienced as a fan?
As a fan of when I was in high school, my dad worked at the University of Kansas. He was one of the band directors, and I got to be at the national championship game in '88 when Danny Manning and the Miracles beat Oklahoma to win the national championship. That was a really cool experience. Yeah, I remember it was 50-50. At halftime in the 50th year of the game, I saw having to walk by 6-5 town in the middle of the arena one time. Billy Packer was doing the game with Brent Musburger on CBS. Just a huge Kansas fan, still am.
That was the Aero Sports Fast 5. Now, back to tonight's game.
As we start the 4th quarter, all tied 14-14. Stewart's Creek 1st and goal from the Independence 3-yard line. Direct snap to the RedHawks. They plunge towards the goal line. Floyd, he is stopped just short.
Going to be 2nd down.
It'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal for
as Floyd gets it to the 1-yard line. So a gain of 2 for Caleb Floyd. 2nd and goal now from the Indy 1-yard line. Just underway here in the 4th quarter. We are all tied in this 1st-round playoff game. First ever home game for Stewart's Creek in the postseason. Under center goes Jerry Taylor this time. I formation. Handoff to the tailback towards the goal line. Touchdown. Caleb Floyd for the Stewart's Creek RedHawks. And for the first time tonight, Stewart's Creek has the lead with 11:21 to go in the ball game. RedHawks 20, Eagles 14. Extra point is pending as Floyd finishes with the 1-yard plunge. And Stewart's Creek gets the touchdown. Now the all-important extra point here as they will tee it up for Landon Wharf. Snap of Sam Bello. Be on the way, and the flags run down the field. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up. It hits the upright, and it comes back. It is no good as it hit the left upright. Wharf missed it. It hit the upright, and the goalposts are shaking, and that is big as the PAT misses. It hit the left upright with 11:21 to play. Stewart's Creek 20, Independence 14, and that extra point could loom large in the final 11 minutes, 21 seconds of this playoff game, where the winner moves on to round 2 and the loser will turn in their equipment sometime in the upcoming week. We will cut the 6A field in half here in the first week of the season. The winner of this ball game gets the winner of the Brentwood-Smyrna game. Brentwood, the 2 seed out of 6-6A. Smyrna, the 3 seed out of 5-6A. This is the top seed of 5-6A. Stewart's Creek against the 4 seed out of 6-6A, Independence. And in our post game tonight, we'll have a look at that scoreboard brought to you by 615 Preps. Stay with us after the conclusion of this one. We'll go over those scores and try to set the playoff field. Inside the 15-yard line, it's returnable at the 25, at the 30, and met right there is the ball carrier, as making the stop was Daniel Johnson. Calvin Wall on the return. Johnson had the sack on that previous drive, and he is making his presence known here for the RedHawks as Stewart's Creek looking for their first ever win in the playoffs. Independence has something to say about it. They have a 1st and 10 at their 32-yard line. 11:14 to play, trailing 20-14. Here comes Matthew Horner, the 6'6" sophomore quarterback. He'll work from the pistol. Oaks behind him. Single receiver left, single receiver right. They go left to right here in the 4th. Snap, Horner going to give to Oaks. Oaks picking his way through. No, they went misdirection on me. They faked me out. They went around the left end. It wasn't Oaks. Good ball fake there. As
it's going to be 1st and 10.
They went around that left edge with the ball carrier. Ezeldine got to the stop.
Wall carry.
And got to the 44-yard line. Might have been Romine. Again, I was faked out on the carry. But he gets all the way to the 44-yard line. That's a 12-yard pickup. It's 1st and 10 at the Indy 44-yard line. Good 12-yard gain on that first carry of the drive. Horner, take this one. He's going to keep it himself. Running around the left edge. Doesn't go to the toss this time.
Matthew
Horner, a hard runner. He's got a touchdown tonight already. Keelan Harris in on the stop. But Horner gets it near midfield. He'll be spotted down at the 48-yard line. That's a gain of 4 on 1st and 10. Make it 2nd and 6 from the Indy 48-yard line.
2nd and 6 for Independence.
10-10 to play in the ball game. RedHawks clinging to a 2014 lead, their first lead of the night. Pistol for Horner. It looked like there was some motion, no flag. Oaks, the ball carrier, gets it near midfield, and he'll be stopped. I'll spot him right at the 50-yard line as the hole up the middle closed very quickly by the Stewart's Creek front. Keelan Harris. He had those 5 sacks in the Mayor's Cup victory over Smyrna.
Third down for Indy.
2-yard gain for Oaks makes it 3rd and 4 from the 50-yard line. Huge 3rd down here for Independence to keep the drive alive. Stewart's Creek would love to force a 4th down here, or driving backwards if they could. You wonder if Scott Stidham, I would imagine he goes for it here. 4th down territory, trailing 2014. Here's the snap. They're going to run toss. Coming right, finding the 1st down yardage near the 45-yard line is the ball carrier. That is Hunter Mullen, the junior. Mullen took the toss from Horner. McQueen in on the stop, but not before Mullen gets it all the way to the 44-yard line, gain of 6. And it'll be a fresh set of downs for the Eagles. 1st and 10 from the Stewart's Creek 44-yard line. We're down to 9 minutes to go. When the teams run the football like this, the clock moves very, very quickly. Do not get a lot of incompletions or stoppages. here is the 1st and 10 from the 44. Ball in the near hash. 2 receivers out left. Corner going to toss it again. Running left this time. They get it to Wall. Wall trying to turn the corner down the far sideline. He's forced out of bounds. Let's see where they spot him. It'll be shy of the 35. About the
carry,
36.
Number 1, Calvin Wall.
Calvin Wall having a big night tonight. He's got a touchdown run tonight. Wall gets it to the 36. It'll be an 8-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 2 from the 36-yard line. And all the way down. This one does stop the clock as he went out of bounds. 8:42 to play in the contest. Eagles trailing 14-20 from the pistol. Horner working from that far hash. Go with misdirection again. Wall trying to turn the corner outside the hash marks on the right side, and he cannot turn the corner completely against Daniel Johnson, who tracks him down.
Wall.
Good pursuit there from Daniel Johnson.
And
Wall is stopped, and it'll be
Daniel Johnson,
but not before he got the first down, as he got it to the 33-yard line. So Wall, a gain of 3 on 2nd and 2, makes it 1st and 10 from the 33. Good pickup there for Wall. Johnson got it, but not before he had the first down yardage on a 2nd and short carry. So 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line on the near hash now as they move left to right. 2 receivers left for Horner from the pistol. Takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. Running left, trying to turn the corner across the 30 at the 25. Penalty flags are thrown in. Eli Bauman on the carry, but penalty flags will likely negate this. Probably going to be a hold against Independence. Wait for the official signal. I don't have that luxury of an extra set of eyes. Blocking the back.
Holding against Independence.
Let's see. Sure thought he's indicating the push forward instead of holding. But they're going to push this back to the 43. Using that illegal use of hands, but maybe that is this official's holding signal. So they put, it's 10 yards, takes it back. It'll be 1st and 20 at the Stewart's Creek 43. So that's a big penalty here. Horner from the pistol. They run that misdirection once again. This time they sniff it out as Cole Romine had the carry.
Romine on the carry.
They move everybody right, and then they get Romine coming back left. But the defense stayed home. Romine gets it to the 41-yard line. Grady Harvey on the stop. So a 2-yard pickup for Romine. And it'll be 2nd and 18. 2nd and 18 from the Stewart's Creek 41-yard line. Down to 7:08 and counting here to play in the 4th quarter. RedHawks leading 20-14, looking for their defense to come up with a stop. Horner brings motion from the left side, low snap. Penalty flag is down. It's going to be motion against Independence, and it's going to push the Eagles back 5 more yards. It was a low snap, but there was motion. The flag came out right away, so they kill the play. Push it back to the 46 now, and that'll make it 2nd and 23 from the Stewart's Creek 46-yard line. Post-game, we've got the 615 Prep scoreboard show for you. That's still coming up. We'll award a Player of the Game award as well. From the pistol is Horner. He's got 2nd and very long now, 2nd and 23 from the RedHawk 46-yard line. Wants to throw. Sets up that screen that worked so well in the first half. Oaks has it, 35-yard line, and a nice open field tackle from behind. As getting there for the stop, Grady Harvey. Harvey, the tackle. That was the one they had a big gainer on to set up the touchdown back in the first half.
14-yard pickup, 3rd
Horner
down
gets it
for
to the 33-yard line.
Independence.
It's a 13-yard gain on the screen pass to Oaks. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the 33-yard line. So they're back to that original line of scrimmage. Clock is under 6 minutes now as we pass the midway mark of the 4th quarter. It's a 6-point lead for Stewart's Creek. 3rd and 10, Independence from the pistol. Motion from the left side, handoff. No, they fake the handoff. Toss and hit in the backfield wall, and he will be dropped, finishing the job after he was hit by a couple men. That is Daniel Johnson finishing it. It was a dangerous toss there from Horner, but Wall is stopped right at the 33, and it'll be no gain as they ran that option right, and it'll be 4th and 10 from the Stewart's Creek 33. Down to 5:15 to go in the clock rolling. Coach Stidham keeps his offense on the field. This could be the ball game right here. Independence needs the first down. Stewart's Creek a stop. They could start to work on this clock as we near the 5-minute mark. 4th and 10 from the Stewart's Creek 33-yard line. Horner rolling left, looking to throw, looking. He's pursued from behind. Horner will be drugged down as Keelan Harris got to him and brought him down. You heard Coach Caudill talk about Keelan Harris and the emotion he brings to this RedHawks squad. He is an emotional leader. He plays with energy and passion, and he gets to Horner at the 29-yard line. A gain of 4 on 4th and 10. Turnover on downs. And the RedHawks will take over. Harris gets the stop. Just 4:53 away from their first ever playoff victory. RedHawks have it 1st and 10 at their 29-yard line. Under center goes Jerry Taylor. Now you got to protect the football. Takes the snap. They're going to run left. Smith tripped up on a nice play in the backfield by Independence as Cole Romine got a hand on Smith, and it's a no gain. And a nice play as he looked like he might get good yardage. That'll make it 2nd and 10. Stewart's Creek at the 29-yard line. They move it to the near hash now. Under 4.5 to play. Both teams with all 3 timeouts remaining. You expect Independence might start using them here if they can get a stop on 2nd down. 4:19 to go. They bark the signals. Floyd going to take the direct snap. Floyd with running room, 35-40 down the near sideline across the 50 into Eagle territory. Caleb Floyd pursued from behind by Garrett Peevler. But Floyd breaks out. First down into Indy territory as clock down to 4:09 now. As Floyd, with that direct snap, gets good yardage. They're going to put the football at the 45. They'll say he stepped out. That's a 26-yard gain to the Indy 45. And it's 1st and 10 from there. This time, Jerry Taylor back in the gun. They'll keep everybody bunched in close. Taylor going to hand it off. Floyd, the ball carrier, stops shy of the 40-yard line at about the 42. And Floyd's a little slow getting up. He's holding the football. He's staying on his back. We're down to 3:56, but now they'll stop the clock. Floyd had the carry, but he's on his back now. And that will send the teams to their sidelines. As Floyd got it to the 42, that's a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the Indy 42. And you hope that he is okay down there. Got the training staff out there with him, and now I think he is Caleb Floyd getting up now. They help him up, and he's walking off a little gingerly with the right, but maybe he cramped up in there and couldn't get back up. He's had a big night tonight, but he's walking off himself. They're going to hand him a water bottle, so maybe he's got to get some fluids. May have cramped up with 3:55 to go. It'll be 2nd and 7 at the Independence 42-yard line, and the Eagles are going to have to start to think about those timeouts. They've got 3 of them to use, but they've got to get some stops. They trail 20-14. For Stewart's Creek, they want to bleed this clock away and move to the 2nd round. Under center moves Jerry Taylor, the junior quarterback. Single back behind him, toss. Running right, Smith hit hard in the backfield. They're trying to rip that ball out. Not much gain there for Jeremy Smith. Good pursuit once again for Independence. This defense has been all over the field tonight. And Smith to the 42-yard line, no gain. Great pursuit. It'll be 3rd and 7
SCTV would like to give
from the 42-yard line.
To Casey Carrico. You know him and you
clock
love him.
down to 3:15 and counting. Independence not using their timeouts yet. They're going to save them for offense, and that is likely a smart choice given that they are a running team. They want to be able to stop that clock. I formation. for Jerry Taylor. Now he's going to back away as there's 2 seconds, 1 second. They're going to take a timeout. Coach Caudill wants the timeout with 2:55 to go here in the ballgame. Timeout, Stewart's Creek. Comes at the 2:55 mark. They will have, that's their first timeout. RedHawks will have 2 remaining. Independence has all 3. RedHawks face 3rd and 7 from the Indy 42-yard line, leading 20-14. Mentioned that the winner of this one gets the winner of Brentwood and Smyrna. That's happening over at Brentwood High School tonight. And we'll have our 615 Preps scoreboard show for you coming up after the conclusion of this contest in about 2 minutes and 55 seconds worth of game time. And we'll be able to tell you. Let's take a look in the third quarter. Brentwood on top 21-13. So the Bruins on top at home of Smyrna. That's the 2 seed. If Stewart's Creek can hold on, they would be hosting Brentwood next week here in round 2 of the playoffs. But they've got 2 minutes, 55 seconds to finish off Independence here. Facing 3rd and 7 from the Indy 42-yard line. I formation for Jerry Taylor. Ball on the far hash. They go right to left. Taylor barks some signals. Under center. Takes the snap. Fakes the give to his tailback. Rolling left. Under pressure. Jerry Taylor going to tuck it across the 40. Stretches forward. He'll be short of the first down, and he ran out of bounds, so everything went well there for Independence.
Fourth down
as Taylor does not get the first down, and it'll be 4th down as Taylor was stopped and ran out of bounds. They'll put him at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 3, but running out of bounds makes it 4th and 4, the Indy 39-yard line, and the clock stops at 2:49. And let's see if they, looks like they will call on the punter here. That's Daniel Williams, 17 punts on the year. He averages 40 yards per kick, and he's put 5 inside the 20. That's what they want now. 1 second left on the play clock, but that's okay. It's a high snap over his head. The play clock had run out, and they'll dive on it at the 42-yard line. The play clock had run out. No flag came in. It went over the head of Daniel Williams. And Williams falls on it. Indy tackles him. 2:43 left. He thought the play clock was running out back at the 42-yard line. It's a bad snap over the head of Williams. And Indy will set up in a huge break there for the Eagles. 1st and 10 at the Stewart's Creek 42-yard line. With 2:43 going, trailing 20-14. Well, that special teams miscue cost Stewart's Creek. The play clock had run out, but the flag hadn't come out yet. Now Horner back on the field, 42 yards away. They need the touchdown and the extra point. Horner, ball on the ground. Horner dives back for it as he had a bad exchange with Oaks.
Carry number 9.
And the clock will still roll. Horner lost the handle, and he'll be stopped back at the 43-yard line. He loses a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11 from the Stewart's Creek 43. 2:18, 2:17, 2:16, 2:15. 3 timeouts available for Coach Stidham's Eagles. They face 2nd and 11 at the RedHawk 43-yard line, down by 6. Pistol formation for Horner. Motion now left to right. Horner the handoff. Oaks. Oaks to the 40. He's hit hard.
Oaks on the carry.
Stopped right there after a gain of 3. It'll be 3rd and 8.
Marcel Gordon
in on the stop.
Gonna be 3rd down.
At the Stewart's Creek 40-yard line. Down to a minute 45. And the clock's still rolling. 42, 41, minute 40 to play. All 3 timeouts for Independence, but they're not using them. 3rd and 8 at the Stewart's Creek 40-yard line on the near hash. Horner from the pistol, single receiver left. Now 2 men in motion, penalty flag. Back them up 5 yards. And the RedHawk defense jumps around. False start. So that's a motion penalty. And it'll make it 3rd and 13. Doesn't matter. It's 2 down to get the yardage here, as this is likely the last possession. We're down to 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So back them up to the 45-yard line. It's 3rd and 13. Minute 22. The clock is rolling. Very leisurely pace for Independence from the pistol. Horner wants to throw. Tucks it, rolls left. Has a man and hit in play as Harris as Daniel Johnson makes the stop on the completion to Dillard. And that will be short of the sticks. Down to 66 seconds to play. And Daniel Johnson makes the stop at the 44-yard line. So a gain of just one. Timeout Independence with 66 seconds to play. They will face 4th and 12 at the Stewart's Creek 44. So this will be one where if Stewart's Creek gets the stop, they will be able to kneel it out and advance to the second round. But they've got to get a stop. Independence needs 12 yards. They've got to get it to the 32-yard line. It's the first timeout for Independence. Comes with 1:06 to play. Coach Stidham's got 2 remaining, but if you can't pick up the first down here, they won't really matter because you can't stop it enough to get it back for a desperation play, although they did have a bad punt that set them up with this field position on the previous Stewart's Creek possession. So it comes down to this, 4th and 12 at the Stewart's Creek 44-yard line. For the sophomore state champion basketball player, Matthew Horner, quarterback for Independence and head coach Scott Stidham. They're 3-7 this season. They have pushed Stewart's Creek to the very edge. The RedHawks 9-1 on the year. They lead 20-14. Need a defensive stop here on 4th and 12 from the 44-yard line, from the pistol. Horner in the pocket, throws. It's going to be nowhere near his intended receiver who was on the hash marks. The ball fell out by the numbers. The intended receiver was Q Stansel. It falls harmlessly incomplete. And the Creek knows they're just 62 seconds away from their first ever postseason victory and a trip to the second round of the TSSAA Class 6A playoffs, where they would host once again 1 week from tonight the winner of Smyrna and Brentwood. So a turnover on downs on the incompletion sets the Creek up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line of the RedHawks. Just 62 seconds to play. They can just kneel it out. 2 timeouts remaining for Independence. They won't go under center. They'll go shotgun here. They go direct snap Floyd. Floyd going to keep it himself. Floyd running hard, trying to strip that ball out, the Indy defenders. But Floyd takes it to the 50-yard line.
Floyd on the carry.
Gain of 6. And it'll be a quick timeout. That's 2nd and 4 at the 50. The timeout, Coach Stidham's second. Leaves him with 1. It comes with 58.3 seconds left. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to send our guy down, and he's going to go down to get by Coach Caudill for postgame. And when you've got him to talk, you'll raise your hand up, right? And ask him a few questions, ask him about it. It's their first ever victory. And then when you're done, send it back up to me. That's what you'll say in the mic, right? Be sure you get that up close to him. Just ask him, see how he's talking, see what he thinks. You can ask a couple, but look up here at me before you start, and I'll raise my hand when it's good for you to go. Good? You can head down, though, so that you're down there by him. Go down towards the field. We're going to send our reporter down there as out of the timeout, Stewart's Creek, Coach Ben Caudill. The Creek has been 0-6. Or 0-5 if you don't count the forfeit that they had to forfeit during the COVID years. They are 55 seconds away from their first ever postseason victory. Snap, carry up the middle once again on second down. That is Floyd once again. And Floyd gets it into Eagle territory, and they stop the clock for the final time. It'll be
Sam out onto the field.
3rd down as he got it to the 47. Gain of 3. It'll be 3rd and 2 from the Indy 47. Clock has 48.3 seconds remaining. Final timeout for Coach Stidham and the Eagles. And so here on 3rd down, you run this around a little bit, run a few seconds off if you can. And heck, you could run around burn some clock because Indy can't stop it again. What you want to do is stay in bounds, hold on to the football, and then they'll probably run it on 4th down as well. And Indy may get a last gasp here. We'll see how it plays out. 3rd and 2 from the 47. If Stewart's Creek can get the first down, ball game. Indy looking for a miracle. They trail 20-14, 48.3 seconds left. Stewart's Creek, 3rd and 2 from the Eagle 47-yard line. They will go Floyd from the gun, direct snap. Floyd to the 45, driving forward. He's got the first down. Caleb Floyd seals it for the RedHawks. First down, Stewart's Creek on the 3-yard carry by Caleb Floyd on 3rd and 2. Fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 RedHawks at the Indy 44-yard line. 35 seconds to play, and Indy cannot stop the clock. And now Jerry Taylor will come up under center and get in that victory formation. The junior quarterback takes the snap, kneels it down. That will do it. There's the ice bath for Coach Caudill. We started tonight talking about history being made at Stewart's Creek this season, and the RedHawks add to their historic 2024 run. The first ever playoff victory for the RedHawks in their first ever home playoff game. And the flags run down the field. Class 6A second round, the Stewart's Creek RedHawks are headed your way. They will host the winner of Brentwood and Smyrna here 1 week from tonight for Coach Scott Stidham's Independence Eagles. They wrap up their 2024 campaign at 3-8. They lost their first 6 games to some stellar teams. 4 of the first 6 teams they played wound up winning their region. They played Oakland, they played Page, they played Ravenwood, they played Beach, they played Franklin, they played Centennial. They won 3 of their last 4. The only loss was to Brentwood. And Coach Stidham's squad played valiantly tonight. They led most of the way tonight. They took the lead tonight 7-0. It was 14-7 in favor of the Eagles at halftime, but they could not put any points on the board in the second half as the Stewart's Creek offense came to life. Special teams, and they will go to the Unity in the Community piece with the band in the student section. Here come the players to jump up and conduct the band tonight. What a night here at the Creek. It has been defended by the RedHawks. They go to 10-1 for Coach Caudill, who took the Gatorade ice bath. And they will have another home playoff game in 1 week. Their season continues. As the players, the student section, the band, the fans, they've been here celebrating. We'll wait and see. And I gotta try to jump this over here. We got sound down there. Waiting with Coach Caudill.
Right there. Ladies and gentlemen, it's unity in the community. We'll do it again next week, same time, right here.
Trying to find Coach Caudill down on the field. They're looking for him. But right now, we've got the band. We'll keep it with that. So Coach Caudill is going to enjoy the band for a moment, and then we'll have him. They've got the players waving the flag. And you've got several folks over there. Caleb Floyd down there, along with Daniel Johnson, who had a huge game tonight. Jerry Taylor as well. Then we will go down on the side. We've got Trey Smith down there, down to Coach Ben Caudill.
Congratulations on some awesome victory. How do you feel right now?
Feel amazing. So proud of our team. Proud of how we persevered. Was not the prettiest game, but we pulled it out, and I'm so proud of our guys.
In your opinion, who do you think played the best?
man, we all played great. I thought our defense really rose to the occasion in the second half. I was really proud of those guys, and proud of our ability to move the chains in the second half. We didn't have our best game offensively in the first half, but it was a 4-quarter game, and I'm really proud of what we were able to do and improve at halftime and get it going in the third quarter.
What is your game plan for your next opponent?
Well, we're not sure who we're going to play yet. Obviously, it's going to be a really good team. More than anything, I'm just proud of these guys. They made it happen. First win in playoff history, and just can't say enough about our coaches and the leadership on our team, and just so proud of them.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Back up to you.
All right, Trey Smith with head coach Ben Caudill. First ever victory in Stewart's Creek history in the postseason. They host a postseason game for the first time. They win a postseason game for the first time. They win a region championship for the first time. They win the Mayor's Cup for the first time. What a year it's been here at the Creek. That's going to do it for us on the YouTube feed.